Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Om ajïäna-timirändhasya jïänäïjana-çaläkayä unmélitaà yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhutale swayam rupah kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutpad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha. So we are on chapter 12. One of my most favorite chapters. The reason it is favorite is because Bhagwan keeps talking about those qualities that is favorite to him. And if anybody has developed those qualities, that person is dear to him. Don't you want to hear that? What Bhagwan likes? You know, when we are in love, we do everything that the other person will like. We change our habits, we change our nature as per the other person. That's the way we express love and experience love in this world, don't we? So similarly, when we love Bhagwan, we have to change our nature the way he likes us. We have to become like what he expects from us. In the world, love is like, what did you do for me? And people keep fighting. I didn't get this, I didn't get that. People do not experience that love which has to be unbroken. Love has to be always new. Love cannot be old. People fall in love, first day, nice, 1 year, nice love, second year also going very well. Third year, fourth year, then they get married. It is still fun. Once children happens, and slowly love is there, but it fades away. That the color goes away, it just fades away. Love remains. But it is not as it used to be, not as new as it used to be before. But with Bhagwan, these are divine romance. There's a book written by Yogananda, Divine Romance. I never understood what the meaning was, when I was reading the book. The book is Yoganand's, all books are great. So Divine Romance was my favorite book. I used to read so many times I've read, Even now when I open the Divine Romance, I see all those markings I've done. I just love to. But I never understood the title, The Divine Romance. Unless I fell in love with Sri Bhagwan Ji Krishna, and I'm like, okay, this is Divine Romance. Now I know what romance is. When you have the divine romance with God, you want to do everything to please God. That love which you are looking in the world and which diminishes day by day. But here, when you are in love with Krishna, that increases day by day. It never diminishes. Every second there is something new and something so beautiful. In the world, you go, you'll be judged all the time. But here, Bhagwan does not judge you. However you are, however sinful you are. He's like, come to me. Oh, who gives this kind of love? No matter how sinful you are. He's not judging you. Come to me. Become pure. When you start experiencing God's love like this, as I told you, ever increasing, joy, 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 ever new joy, joy. This is God's, when you are with God, where you know, love, 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 ever new love, love, ever increasing love, love, forever love, love. This is what happens with Bhagwan. No matter however you were in the past, when you start associating with him, you experience his love coursing throughout your body, the thrill inside your heart, every cell of your body getting thrilled. You feel it. And when sometimes you feel it so deeply that you want to just cry, 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 you don't know how to even express it back. And then from that inner cries, sometimes it comes out. God, what should I offer to you? I do not even know. What should I offer to you? If I offer you water, this is so less. You are the ocean. You are residing in the ocean. If I offer you lamp, what do I offer you? You are the sun. Your eye, sun and the moon is your eyes. What am I offering you? What bhoga should I offer you? What prasadam should I offer you? Oh God, we don't know what to offer you, God. And everything will come with its own impurity. But God, you gave me one thing. And you only said it never becomes impure. And that is the soul. You created me in the soul form. And you told me in Gita, the soul cannot be burned, the soul cannot be destroyed, the soul cannot be submerged in anything. The soul is always pure under all circumstances. The body is undergoing changes, but the soul is not undergoing changes. This soul is the purest thing. So in the moments of ecstatic love, those ecstasy, this is the only thing that you feel like offering. God, I offer my soul to you. Atm Nivedan. Shravan Bhakti starts with, Bhakti, Navdha Bhakti starts with Shravan, listening to Bhagwan's Vani. And it ends up in Atm Nivedan. This is what the state of Atm Nivedan is. What do I offer you? In between you do kirtan, in between you do bhajan, in between you do pad sevanam, you worship the vigraha in your home, the Gopal, you do all the sevas. But all those sevas at one point seem so like you feel like, God, I'm not able to express that. Your love is like an ocean and my love I'm not able to express. What do I do? What do I offer to you? I have only one purest thing, the soul. I offer this to you. Atma Nivedan. You gave me this body, I offer this to you. Vandanam. You created me, I will serve you. You are my master, I am your servant. Dasyam. I want to see you happy all the time. You have been through me in all my trials, in all my turbulence, in all my happy days, in all my sad days. Every moment. You never neglected me. I feel your friendship stronger than anything else in this world. Sakhyam. I want to make you happy. I want to give you something out of this friendship. What do I give you? I want to become that you expect from me. May our love be bonded forever. May I never forget you. How will that happen, God? What makes you like someone? Who is dear to you? Whom do you like, God? Whom do you like, Krishna? And then comes chapter 12. Shloka number 13 onwards. He starts speaking. Every sentence, every shlok, the final word will be, that devotee is dear to me, that devotee is dear to me. How many times I have read this shloka? I don't even remember anything else. I'm telling you. I still cannot by heart shlokas. I have a problem with shlokas. But when he says, that devotee is dear to me, I'm like, wow. This is what I want to be, God. You like this? This will be my offering to you. Myself. What purity you want, God? That will be my offering to you. So let's read Shloka number 13th onwards. This is today's thing. This chapter is so beautiful. I can go on reading. I can go on and on and on with the same shloka over and over again. All right. Bhagwan started saying to Arjun, "Oh Arjun," he first in chapter 12 he said, remember, Arjun asked, whom do you like, Bhagwan? The one who is worshipping you in the formless, omnipresent form, or the one who is worshipping you in this form, the 200 form, the form. Bhagwan says, this form worship is very nice and it is very easy. And this is my opinion. Those whose minds are always tuned to me, they are on the right path. So Bhagwan, what about the others who are worshipping not the form, but your omnipresence? Bhagwan says, they will also come to me. But their path is a little difficult. Because the soul is always embodied and the soul has a habit of seeing a body. So soul, when he sees a God in form, it becomes very easy. And I'm in both the ways. So he explained all of these things and then he says, just fix your mind. Mayeva mana adatsva mayim buddhim niveshaya. Oh Arjun, just fix your mind on me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Mind in me and intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. This shloka, 8th shloka. What words? Words of love, aren't they? You will live with me always. Living with Bhagwan. No more separation. No more separation. Living with Bhagwan always. You will live with me always. This is what he said. Urdhvam na sanshaya. There is no doubt. How Bhagwan, how will I live with you? He is given the answer. Just fix your mind upon me. What me? Which me? The 200 me. Just fix your mind on me. But Bhagwan, my buddhi, it just wants to argue. Bhagwan says that fix that intelligence on me. What are you going to do with that intelligence which is arguing so much? What does it want? What does it want? All your arguments is to find me, right? Is that Bhagwan saying? All the arguments is to find Bhagwan. Bhagwan is saying, I'm talking to you. Fix your mind on me. Fix your intelligence on me. What more do you want to argue? What do you want to achieve? When I'm talking, I'm telling, I'm giving you this promise. What more do you want to hear? How many books do you want to read to get that answer which I'm giving you in this shloka number 8? Every chapter I've given, but today in shloka number 8. Chapter 12. Mayeva man adatsva. Just fix your mind on me. How difficult is that? Just fix your intelligence, your buddhi, that argumentative, speculative, logical, logistic, whatever you're using with your brains. Fix on me. Done. Try this. You can spend your whole life in argument, in trying to prove God. This is a straightforward thing. Experience God. Put your mind on him. Put your mind on him. Experiment. And come to your conclusion. He will never fail you. That much I know. Try to fail him. Prove him wrong. You are so argumentative, so logistic, right? Logical, so speculative. You have so much brains. Try to prove him wrong. Walk on his path. Walk on his path. No experiment. How does a scientist prove an experiment is wrong, or a theory is wrong, or an assumption is wrong? First, a theorem is given, right? In physics, we used to do that. A theorem is given. And then we say, okay, let us assume that the theorem is correct. And then we do the experiment. And we come to our conclusion, the theorem is right or wrong. Same way. Bhagwan has given you sutra. Walk on the path. Prove it wrong. Prove it. Bhagwan says, Bhagwan has given his promise. He made it very easy for us. Just fix your mind upon me in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Bhagwan, you said all these things, but it is very difficult. Bhagwan says, no problem. Attha chittam samadhatum na saknoshi mai sthiram. O Arjuna. Bhagwan gives the word Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, why is he? Dhananjaya means winner of wealth. I feel it is applicable to all of us. We are always running after wealth. Our jobs don't give us time. You want to make that money and feel stable in life. At least some point of life, we want to feel stable. Oh, we have enough in the bank that we are stable. The stability is the state of mind. Bhagwan says, oh, Dhananjaya, oh, winner of wealth. I don't think so. He's talking to Arjuna, he's talking to me or us. Oh, winner of wealth. I know you have won a lot of wealth. If you cannot fix your mind because you are busy winning that wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of bhakti, yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. What do you do? What do we do in bhakti yoga? Bhakti yoga is the purification of the senses. I will read the purport of this, some part of it. At the present moment, in material existence, the senses are always impure, being engaged in sense gratification. But by the practice of bhakti yoga, these senses can become purified. And in the purified state, they come directly in contact with the Supreme Lord. In this material existence, I may be engaged in some service to some master. But I don't really lovingly serve that boss, that master, that employer. I simply serve to get some money. And the master is also not in love. He takes service from me and pays me. So there is no question of love. But for the spiritual life, one must be elevated to the pure stage of love. That stage of love can be achieved by practice of devotional service performed with the present senses. This love of God, it is now still there. It is dormant in everyone's heart. And their love of God is manifested in different ways. But it is contaminated by material association. Now the heart has to be purified of the material association, and that dormant pure love, natural love for Krishna has to be revived. It is there in us, it's in everybody. We have to just revive it. That is the whole process. To practice the regulative principle of bhakti yoga, one should be under the guidance of an expert spiritual master. Follow certain principles. One should rise early in the morning, chant, take the bath, enter the temple, offer prayers, chant Hare Krishna, then collect flowers for the deity, cook foodstuffs to offer to the deity, take prasadam, and so on. There are various rules and regulations which one should follow. And one should constantly hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees. This practice can help anyone rise to the level of God. And then he's sure of his progress into the spiritual kingdom of Godhead. So what all we have to do? We have to just get up in the morning, first thing in the morning, finish our chanting, our sadhana, take bath, go to Bhagwan, make an altar in your home, a beautiful altar, put beautiful pictures over there of Bhagwan, offer flowers, offer lamb, offer incense, and sit in the front of the deity, chant regularly. That's all. hear the Gita, hear the Bhagavatam. Done. This is what is regulative principle. This practice of Bhakti Yoga under the rules and regulations, with the direction of a spiritual master, will surely bring one to the stage of love of God. Bhagwan, you are right. But still, this is difficult. Cooking food for Bhagwan every day, not possible, Bhagwan. Because and getting up early in the morning, not possible, Bhagwan. Chanting so many rounds, not possible, Bhagwan. It all seems difficult. Because we are so busy in work, no. You are the witness, you see how busy we are. And this is also important. Our world. You have put us here, we have to do the seva. Bhagwan says, okay. No worries. I will still give you some other way. Bhagwan is a real friend. He's like, "Main tera saath kabhi nahi chhodunga. I will not leave you. You, no matter how many reasons you give you, I will also give you some point or the other how you can be with me." Bhagwan says, if you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. I understand you are busy working. Work for me. You cannot get up, no chanting. You cannot offer me food. You cannot rise early in the morning. You can't follow the rules and regulations. You find them very overwhelming, burdening. No worries. Whatever situation you are working. Whole day you are working, doing something. Work for me. And by this way, working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Bhagwan, work for you. What are you talking, Bhagwan? Work consumes us completely. We forget our family also. We forget that we have children. We leave them in daycare and we come to office. We forget. We have to keep a reminder in our phone. Oh, 1 o'clock, call up home. Children must be waiting. Bhagwan, and in that busy schedule, you're asking me to work for you. Bhagwan is like, got it, understood. I'll give you another solution. Shloka number 11. अतएदेव अपि आसक्तो असि कर्तुं मद्योगम् आश्रितः सर्वकामफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यथात्मनः. Okay, you can't surrender to me, understood. You cannot work for me, understood. Do one thing. Surrender that work, the results, unto me, that's all. At least 1 o'clock, you keep the timer, right, on the phone, call up home. So during that time, just put one more thing. Surrender your work, whatever I did today, by my action and speech and mind. Oh, my dear Krishna, I surrender unto you. 4 times, just keep 4 times a reminder in your phone. You have reminders for so many things. Just keep this reminder. Oh, my Lord, whatever I did today, by my mind, action and speech, I surrender unto you. Done. I've told this, I've learned this from Yoganand Ji. So Yoganand Ji used to maintain his diary. Yoganand Ji has a very big ashram. 3 ashrams here, very, very big. Much more work than what we can think. He had so many students all over the world. And he used to have diaries. We didn't have smartphone that time. So maintain the diary. So in his diary, he would write his daily work. Okay, whatever the work was. And after every work, he had written something in Bengali. So his students were all Americans. They didn't know what he's written in Bengali. After he passed away, some Bengali ambassador came to Mother Center here in LA. So one of the students took the diary of Yoganand Ji and showed it to that Bengali person and said, "What has Master written here in Bengali? After every work, he has written something in Bengali. It is the same thing. Can you please explain?" So the Bengali ambassador says, Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. I surrender it to Krishna. Oh, I was like, wow, wonderful. I got it. This is what you have to do. We work, and surrender to Krishna. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. That was in Sanskrit. We say in our words, oh my Lord, I surrender whatever I did today by my mind, action, and speech unto you. Done. Bhagwan is saying, if however you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all the results of your work and try to be self-situated. Be happy after giving me the results. Bhagwan, how do we do that? Surrendering the results. Bhagwan says, oh, you want to know more about this? Then you should go and cultivate knowledge. You have to meet those people who are living like this. See how they are doing it. Learn from them. As in the corporate world, you go to all the shows and talks and you see all the speakers. You learn from the speakers, such mentors, influencers. You learn from them. You get the gyan. Similarly, in the spiritual world, you go and meet spiritual people. See how they live. Learn from them. Get the knowledge. This is what Bhagwan has said in 12th. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagas tyaga shantir anantanam. He says, Bhagwan says, if you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. But don't just stop there. Better than cultivation of knowledge is contemplation, meditation. And better than meditation is like, okay, you are meditating. But better than the meditation is renunciation of the fruits of the actions. Because tyagat shantir anantaram, because in renunciation there is big peace. So one can attain peace of mind by renunciation. I did my work, I surrendered to Bhagwan. Now whatever good or bad happens, it's his. Just like the teller in the bank. I always give this example. He goes to the bank daily. He counts millions of dollars every day and dispenses millions of dollars to people, deposits millions of dollars. Bank clerk. And then 5 o'clock when the work is done, he goes home and he's busy with his own work. He does not care about what is happening in the bank. Whether the bank goes up and down, it is all bank's department now. Bank will take care of it. He's not bothered about it. He gets his monthly check and he's happy. So we live in the world like that. This world is Bhagwan's. We do everything for Bhagwan, give it to Bhagwan, and then chill. Bhagwan, based on our whatever is the necessity, Bhagwan will ensure that the monthly check is provided to us. We don't have to worry about shelter. We don't have to worry about clothing. We don't have to worry about food. We don't have to worry about anything. Bhagwan will ensure. If you are working for Bhagwan, Bhagwan will ensure he will give you. Bhagwan is ensuring for everybody. Bhagwan's ant stomach is this much, that also eats, and elephant stomach is so much, he also eats. When seasons changes, birds and animals have been given such intelligence that they migrate miles, thousands of miles they migrate. Bhagwan makes arrangement at a different place. Bhagwan has given senses to ants. They can smell sugar like even in the 3rd floor, and they'll make a line and go in the 3rd floor and get sugar from there. That intelligence force, Bhagwan, is taking care of each and everything. He's taking care of us also. But when we start thinking about him, then we start enjoying the whole process. When we don't think about him, we forget about him, then the whole existence feels very burdening, very painful, very troublesome. Why are we here? What is the problem? This problem, that problem. But when we are with God, we are relaxed. We are here to do some work. We do the work, surrender to him, chill. This is what Bhagwan is training us for. Relax, chill, enjoy, happy. Then now he's going to say all the qualities from where he starts saying who is dear to me. 13, 14. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha sama dukkha sukhakshami santushtam satatam yogi yatatma drida nishchaya mayyarpit mano buddhir madbhakta same priya. Who is favorite to him? He says, one who is not envious, Envy comes when when we don't like the success of others. Something somebody else is having and we don't have it. We feel, oh, we don't have it, so we are envious. What for? What for are you envious? Bhagwan says one who is not envious. One quality you have to develop, no envy in the world. Everybody has been given as per their karma. Everybody, rich or poor. Bhagwan is taking care of everyone. And whatever they deserve, they have been given. And if they work harder, they can change everything. Everybody has been given the free will to change their destiny. Certain parameters are fixed, but they can definitely change most of it. So why should I be envious about anybody? One who is not envious. So number one quality. But is a friend to all living entities, is compassionate towards all living entity. He is a kind friend. Maitra Karuna Evacha. He is a kind friend to every living entity. Being friendly, being kind, even to your enemies. Then Bhagwan says, one who does not think of himself as a proprietor, me, myself, my stuff, my home, my children, my husband, my. What is yours? People take so much pride in, getting real estate. They have so many houses, the investments after investments, and they're not in peace at all. My home, my investments. Whose investment? Whose home? Whose property? This is Bhagwan's property. Bhagwan must be laughing. We get a piece of land somewhere in a building. And we think, oh, my property. I paid hard-earned money. Bhagwan says, hard-earned money? Who gave you? That money is Lakshmi, I gave. You forget me. That property I gave you. So much money. Everything to get that property. I gave you the money. I gave you the property. And you forget me. And you have such pride. And then there are fights for property. In homes, there are fights for property. Nobody's at peace. What will I get? Inheritance. This earth is Vishnu Patni. My for Vishnu. What are we claiming to be ours? Before us also, so many came, did registration of their properties, so much. Died, leaving the property. Somebody else is living on the property. What is me, mine? My family, my kid. My husband is so-and-so. Everybody died. Where is that my? So one thing's like that. Bhagwan says, who understands this? Nirmamu. Who does not think of himself as a proprietor. Only when you become a nirmam, when you don't think of yourself that everything belongs to you, then only you will go to the next stage, which is nirahankara. You are free from false ego. So the word is false ego. Who is equal in both happiness and distress. Who is tolerant. Who is always satisfied. Self-controlled. And engaged in devotional service with determination. Important thing. Santushta Satatam Yogi. That is a yogi. That person is a yogi who is santushta, who is content forever. Santushta Satatam Yogi, yatatma dridha-nischaya, and is firm in his resolute. He is firmly practicing his devotional service. Yatatma dridha-nischaya. Maya arpit mano buddhir. And with that fixed determination, he has surrendered his mind and intelligence. In every shloka, he'll say, Maya arpit mano buddhi, Maya arpit mano buddhi. Fix your mind unto me, fix your intelligence unto me. That person who has fixed his mind and intelligence onto me. Maya arpit mano buddhi. Mad bhakta, this devotee of mine. Mad bhakta same priya. This devotee of mine is very, very dear to me. So I'm like, okay, Bhagwan, now I heard your proposal. This devotee is very, very dear to me. What all qualities? Adveshta, okay, non-envious, I will be. Adveshta sarvabhutanam. Karuna, being kind to everybody. Nirmamaha, no sense of proprietorship. Nirahankara, without false ego. So what false ego is, like when we say the sansar, the world is our, that is false ego. But our ego does not go. Why? Ego means I exist. Who is that I? We just transform that ego. We transform that I. Yes, I know I exist, but I am the part and parcel of God. I exist to serve God. I exist to serve Krishna. I am the eternal servant of Krishna. I don't own anything. Krishna is my master. I am not the master. Krishna is my master. I am his servant. So this I is also an ego, but it is not a false ego. It is not a fake ego. This will not hurt you. This will only give you joy. Fake ego will hurt you. Devotee is always kind to everybody. And samadukha sukha sami. This Bhagwan is taught from the second chapter onwards. And under all circumstances, whether you experience happiness or distress, be equipoised. Be peaceful. And this big quality, Shami, Bhagwan will stress on everything. Forgive everybody. After giving all this knowledge, Bhagwan is going to ask him to fight. Just imagine the state of mind of Arjuna. He is going to fight. He may have anger. Without anger, you cannot fight. He will have everything, all that Rajagun you can think of, the maximum of the Rajagun right now Arjuna is going to have. But even before going to the war, the lecture that is being given by Krishna, the training, it's like preparation. Like when players are sent on the field, their coach gives them some training. Strategies. What is the strategy Bhagwan is giving? Go and fight just for the sake of fighting. Keep your mind and intelligence on me. You're not fighting for yourself. You're fighting for Dharma, for the bigger cause. You're not going to show your personal enmity there. Shami, forgive everybody. Saying that Bhagwan does not forgive anybody, Karna comes. Arjuna is a poor guy. I don't want to kill Karna. His tire, that wheel is stuck. Bhagwan says, are you fool? Just shoot now itself. Bhagwan strategizes. Because Bhagwan is beyond all that. He says, your good and bad I have taken. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything I have already done. You have to just shoot. Nimitta matrena bhavasab sachina. But when you are a nimitta, you must know who is the main reason. Me. Don't fill your heart with. After fighting, after war, become kshami. Forgiveness. That is how life is. We will be dragged into wars. We live in this world. We will be dragged into wars. Verbal wars. Mental wars. Cold wars. We will be dragged. And we will have to behave accordingly to protect ourselves for our well-being. So we protect ourselves, we protect our well-being, and doing all that, we still forgive. Correct? Santushta Satatam Yogi, under all circumstances, be content. You're going to the war. Result will be good, result will be bad. Doesn't matter. You're just fighting for the sake of fighting. So, santushtam satatam yogi yatatma dridnishchaya maya arpit mano buddhir mad bhakta same priya. The one who is like this, he is my priya. He is my dear. Bhagwan is giving you the qualities. Bhagwan says, now the 15th one is very important shloka. When we hear all these things, we are like, okay, we are going to be so good to everybody. And naturally, most of the people are good in this world, okay? Hardly people are bad. Hardly, I'm telling you, hardly. Situations make them bad. People are not bad. Situations make them bad. Prakriti, that makes them bad. But for a devotee, when he's going in this way, he reads this Yomat Bhakta Same Priya, that devotee is very dear to me, and he's practicing all this. So then, naturally, we don't respond. Sometimes we will avoid fights. Sometimes we don't shout back. Sometimes we control our anger. We do all those things. But then controlling too much anger also becomes very depressive. So Bhagwan immediately answers that. Bhagwan says in 15th, Yasman no dvijate loko lokan no dvijate chaya harsha marsha bhayodvegair mukto ya sachame priya. Bhagwan says, he by whom no one is put into difficulty. Devotee will never put by himself. But if people put difficulties on him, then Bhagwan says, who is not disturbed by anyone. So he will not put anybody into difficulty. And if somebody is trying to do, you give them the reply, but do not lose your peace of mind. At that moment you will. But it is just like, some mosquito just bit you. My father used to teach me. If I used to react too much. He's like, people are fighting with you, you should just think there's some mosquitoes, they're just biting you. You don't take your anger on the mosquito and go to sleep. Oh, that mosquito. You will get irritated for some time and then you will sleep, right? Similarly, when you're dealing in the world, people are going to irritate you. They are just mosquitoes. You got a big bump today. That's okay. Take the balm of Bhagwan's name, apply it, sleep well. So here, he by whom no one is put into difficulty, and one who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised, again Bhagwan says, in happiness and distress. Fear and anxiety is very dear to me. Got it? Second shloka again he says, he is very dear to me. Who? Bhagwan. The one who does not put others to difficulty and does not get disturbed by anybody else. Good Bhagwan, I'll practice. Who is equipoised in happiness and distress? Bhagwan, I will practice. Who has no fear and anxiety? Very, very, very important quality. People worship God, but they're God-fearing. If you worship really God, if you really love God, you are free from fear. All sorts of fear. Fear of insecurity. No, you will be free from it. There's no insecurity, there's no fear, there's no anxiety. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? No, nothing. All is going to happen is going to be good with me. What if you fail in something? So what? Bhagwan has already taught me. Be equipoised. If I win something, yes, I'm happy. Thank you, Bhagwan. If I lose something, I'm happy. Thank you, Bhagwan. Some lesson I learned. The devotee's true sign, one of the sign is, he is never fearful. He does not fear anything. He is never in anxiety. So no fear, no anxiety. Bhagwan says, if someone has these qualities, he is very dear to me. Wow, Bhagwan, please say that again. 2 times he said already. Bhagwan, I want to hear one more time. फिर से कहो, कहते रहो, बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. जीवन का हर सपना अब सच्चा लगता है. This is a song in Hindi. It says, please keep repeating the same words again and again. It sounds like nectar to my ears. Now I feel all the dreams of life I've realized what? That you are very dear to me. And Bhagwan saying that you are very dear to me. This is what you want me to do. I will practice. Next quality. Bhagwan, please say, what else you want me to be doing so that I am dear to you? Anapeksha shuchir daksha udasino gatavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yo mad bhakta same priya. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities. Anapeksha means he is neutral. He is neutral. Suchir daksha, he is pure in his mind. in his actions. Dakshaha, he is expert, like Arjuna. Arjuna is an expert. Arjuna is a pure soul. So somebody who is pure soul, who is an expert. Udasino gatavitaha, he is free from care. Gatavitaha, he is freed from all distress. Sarvaramba parityagi, he is the renouncer of all endeavors. Yo madbhakta same priya, he is not striving for some result. Such a devotee is very dear to me. Bhagwan will practice, will become anapeksha, will become suchir daksha, will practice purity under all circumstances, will practice whatever you have said. Because we like to hear. Such devotee is very dear to me. Bhagwan, can you repeat one more time, please? Yeah, sure, why not? Shloka number 17. Yo na rishyati na dveshati, na shochati na kankshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhakti manya sachame priya. One who neither rejoices nor grieves. Again, he's saying the same thing. Who neither laments nor desires. Who renounces both the auspicious and the inauspicious things. He is equipoised, so everything is good. There's nothing bad in this world. Nothing is inauspicious. Everything is good. He goes beyond the normal course of life. His thinking. Bhagwan says, one who neither rejoices nor grieves, okay, Bhagwan, accepted. Who neither laments nor desires, okay, Bhagwan. Who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious, sure, Bhagwan. Such a devotee is very dear to me. Deal, Bhagwan, done. We will develop it. 1890. Bhagwan, what else? What else you like, Bhagwan? What else should we do? Sama shatrau cha mitrau cha tatha manapamanayo shitoshna sukha dukkheshu sama sanga vivarjitaha tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachit aniketah sthir matir bhakti man me priyo naraha. Same thing in different words. He's telling it again and again. When some things are repeated in so many times, Bhagwan is stressing on those points. And these are our weak points on the path of spirituality with self-introspect. And we see, yes, these are our weak points. And Bhagwan is stressing again and again. What is our goal? Our goal is to please God. Our goal is not to please the world. The world may put you in any bracket. Good, bad, enemy, friend, troublemaker, non-troublemaker. The world will keep judging you all the time. When we are on this path, we are going towards God. Whom we have to please. We have to only please Bhagwan. And there are some standards that he has set. That's all we have to develop. That's it. The standards, these principles are only to please Bhagwan. Number 1, he's saying here in 1819, Shama Shatraucha Mitraucha. All the chapters you might have heard me so many times talking on this topic. Sama Shatraucha Mitraucha. One who is equal to friends and enemies. My father used to teach me. I've repeated this so many times. Forgive and forget. And I'm like, yeah, forgive and forget. No, say the whole statement. I'm like, yeah, forgive and forget. Forget and forget everyone. He's like, no, forgive and forget even your greatest enemy. He would stress on in me, Forgive and forget even your greatest enemy. Forgiving love, forgetting love. Sama satrau cha mitro cha. You repeat this to me so many times. What have you practiced? I would react badly if somebody, insulted. Everybody does that. Humiliates, criticizes. Because throughout my life, I've been doing good to people. I mean, everybody, as I told you, everybody tries to do good. Nobody tries to hurt others intentionally. It is not there like that. But situations are different and people criticize. When I was young, I used to get irritated. I used to react. And Papa will take up this shlokas only. Practice this, practice this, practice this. Sama shatrau cha mitro cha tatha manapamanayo. Manapamanayo means who is equipoised in honor and dishonor. If somebody honors you, that doesn't mean you have become great. If somebody dishonors you, it doesn't mean you have fallen down. They are seeing you as per their perspective, as per their understanding. Whatever they have taken, that's per their guna. It took me time to understand this. No matter how much time my father, my guru, is explaining me, no matter how many times he must have corrected me. But what changed my mind is when I read the shloka and Bhagwan says, such a devotee is dear to me, such a devotee is dear to me, such a devotee is dear to me. I'm like, I have to practice it for Krishna. Because I want to become his most devotee. That's all. So now, when Krishna is saying, Bhagwan is himself saying, and Guru is my father, okay, he's also saying, let me practice it. Sama shatrau cha mitrau cha tatha manapamanayo. Somebody's honor does not make us high, and somebody's dishonoring words does not put us down. Everybody, what my father used to give this statement always, whatever color of glasses they are wearing, they are going to see you that way. But you are you. If somebody has worn a red color glass, he will see you and say, Smita is red. Somebody is wearing a green color glass, they'll say, Smita is green. But somebody, if they wear a clear glass, they'll know Smita is clear. So you, under any circumstances, you cannot disturb the peace of your mind. If your path is spiritual, and spiritual path means you have to develop these qualities, there are no exceptions, I'm telling you. There's no exceptions. Now we have chosen this path to be on the path of God, to be on the path of forever happiness, eternal happiness. We have chosen this path. Then to get that eternal happiness, all those little things that we had collected and we thought were important for us, we throw them off. Our honor, throw them off. Nonsense. The world is giving honor, throw them off. We collected them thinking, oh, I am so and so special. Throw them off. Your thoughts. Somebody is dishonoring you, throw it off. You don't take it. They judge by their own understanding. What is our goal? Never for my father used to teach. What is your goal? Bhagwan. If Bhagwan is your goal, then you do what Bhagwan is asking you to do. If somebody's words have disturbed you so much that you cannot focus on your meditation, then who is the loser? Not them. They said they went. They threw their trash on you. Go take a bath, come back, sit and meditate. Connect with God, connect with the highest joy. The only person who has to see you, who knows about you in and out, is Bhagwan, is your best friend, is your witness. So if he is telling, Sama shatrau cha mitrau cha tatha manapamaniyo, what do you say? Yes, God, I will practice. Because I love you. And you told me you love me too. You told me such a person is my favorite. Bhagwan, I want to be your favorite. I don't care what the world says. Sama shatrau cha mitrau cha tatha manapamanayo. One who is equal to friends and one who is equal to enemies and who is equipoised in honor and dishonor. Then the next one is Sitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu Sama Sangha Vivarjitaha. Whether the weather is changing, whether it is cold, whether it is hot, no complaints. Bodily discomfort is going to be there. No complaints. Sitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu Samaha Sangha vivarjitaha. He is always equipoised and he is free from all association. Free from all association. All association means the worldly association. We are going to live in the world. My father used to give the example of lotus. He's like, the lotus's root is in muddy water. But when the sun shines, the lotus blooms. Though it is born out of the water, but if you throw the water on the lotus petal, it will just flow. It cannot stick to the lotus. So in spiritual world, we say, oh, the lotus of the heart has bloomed. This is what it means. Your consciousness has bloomed, that even though your roots are in this dirty world, but still these worldly waters, even though thrown upon you, they will not stick to you. Become that. Sama sangha vivarjita. Sitoshna sukha dukkheshu. You tolerate everything. I went to Kedarnath to see God. And Kedarnath's weather, horrible. Every 5 minutes, things change there. The first time I went, Bhagwan made me stuck there for 3 days. My phone was not working. I cannot talk to my family. Nobody. The army is taking care of us. I slept in the army dorms. Sleeping in that. The comforters were like, everything was like ice. And you sleep in like, I didn't even remove my shoes, like 3 layers of jacket and everything. Whatever I had worn, I slept in that with the comforters. But the joy, so I was with my friend and my friend is like, I told you should not come here. We'll be stuck. This is so bad. You don't understand. I'm like, I'm so happy. You have no idea. Bhagwan created such situations to be stuck. Man, we'll go early morning, 4 o'clock. We are going to have the first darshan and we will sit there till night. We won't miss one darshan. And we were at a time, July, August, when the crowd is very less. Now, if you go in the season, they'll throw you, like you have to go do the darshan and you have to run. But that time when I went, no crowd. I would be the first person to see Bhagwan and the last person to leave. I made friendship with the Pandit. Pandit brought me to his house, showed me some more beautiful murtis. When the temple closes, the Kedarnath murti comes to Ukhi down. He showed me that vigraha. It happened because of the training of Gita. Sitoshna sukha dukkheshu. If I go on complaining, Bhagwan, what did I do? Bhagwan, what did I do? Why did you bring me here? I came for you. You put me into trouble. Then no. But the joy was getting stuck there. It was so cold. It was so cold. I can never forget that cold. Now Kedarnath is developed so much, but that time it was not there. After Modi ji came, things have changed. But before that, oh, tough, very tough. But these teachings helped me enjoy those moments. Extreme weather. We didn't know where to stay. Stayed in cave. Enjoyed. Sitoshna sukha dukkheshu. The weather may give you trouble, but still the joy of God has to be there. Suteshna sukha dukkheshu samasanga vivarjitaha. He is free from all contaminating association. Tulyaninda Sthir Mati. Who is always silent and satisfied. And who does not care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me. Tulyaninda Sthir Mati. My father used to repeat this phrase so many times to me. Whether somebody praises, be quiet. Don't get excited in your mind. Oh, I got praises. Because the same people, things will change. Maya will change everything. Scene will change and the same people will criticize you. They will humiliate you. They'll talk bad about you. It will go to your ears. And this happened to me so many times in my life. And I'm so glad it happened, because every time it happened, I would remember this phrase, Tulyaninda Sthir Mati, Tulyaninda Sthir Mati. In my lone time, I would practice this shlokas. I would get, because my love is God. For him, anything. Loving him was the thing. I don't know anything else. Love is God. I mean, we have come in this world. This is just a temporary residence. Bhagwan taught us. Aniketaha, right? Bhagwan does say, this is temporary. Why are you making it permanent? He said here. Oh, to the next shloka. Yeah, in the same shloka, he says, Aniketaha. Sthir Mati. You come to this world and you think everything, this is permanent residence. Man, this is also temporary. Sthir Mati. People whom you are meeting, they are going to go. Come, go, come, go. This is going to happen. Still keep your mind fixed. Sthir Mati. Sthir Mati. Aniketaha. Don't think this place is permanent. Don't think anything in this world is permanent. Do not care for any residence. As soul, you have taken so many bodies. All the bodies are your residence. How much do you want to go into this? Enough is enough. Come to me. Aniketa. Don't get attached to anything. Don't think anything is your permanent residence. Aniketa Sthir Mati. Under all circumstances, mind has to be fixed. Sthir Mati, Sthir Mati, Sthir Mati. Bhagwan has stressed on this point, and if you read it, again in your free time, you will see this word everywhere. He'll say, fix your mind, fix your mind, fix your mind, fix your mind. You should not get deviated. Fix your mind on me. Here again he's saying, Sthir Mati. Bhaktiman me sacha me priya. Bhaktiman me sacha me priya. He says, such a devotee, Bhaktiman, such a me priya, is very dear to me. Oh Bhagwan, फिर से कहो, कहते रहो, अच्छा लगता है. Bhagwan, keep saying. Please do not stop this. I love to hear from you. Such a devotee, I like, is very dear to me. Bhagwan says, okay, one more time, just for you. Ye tu dharma amritam midam. यथोक्तं पर्युपासते अश्रद्धाना मत परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रियः. Bhagwan says, ye tu dharmamritam midam. Those who follow this religion, which is like a nectar. Ye tu, certainly, those who follow this religion. What religion? What he just spoke in chapter 12. This is Bhakti Yoga. Those who follow this Dharma, this nectarian Dharma, full of nectar. Dharma Amrita Midam. Idam Dharma Amrita. This Dharma, which is Amrita. What is Amrit? Amrit, Devatas took Amrit to live forever. So our Dharma Amrit, we are taking Amrit. Understand, Gita is Amrit. Bhagwan's word. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam. Gopi says, oh Lord, your stories, your words are like Amrit. Kavi bhiriditam kalmashapaham. All intelligent people take this. And what does it do? It removes all the problems, kalmash. All the contamination of the mind, it removes. It makes you alive. Bhuvi grinantiye bhurida jana. Those who take your name, who listen to your words, who are listening to your katha, they are very blessed. Same thing here, Bhagwan says, ye tu dharma amritam idam. I've given you the Dharma. I've given you the Bhakti Yoga. I've told you so many times, as you wanted to hear, you are my favorite, you are my favorite. If you develop these qualities, that's it. He says, Yathoktam paripasate, the way I have told you, if somebody practices this, paripasate, if somebody practices this, shraddha dhana mata parma. If somebody practices this with faith, mat parma bhaktaste ativ. Last mein Bhagwan says, in the end he says ativ. Ativ means extremely, dearest, most, superlative. Till now you're saying dear, dear, dear. Now he says ativa priya. I love that word. He says, those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me their supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Who will not do this? Definitely God. All whatever you have taught, we are going to follow. This is so easy to follow. We have to just leave some bad habits which we collected because of our conditioning from past lives, from the society, from our friends, from our people. That's all. We have to just discard them and just develop these beautiful qualities. And we surrender ourselves to Bhagwan. And Bhagwan says, you are very, 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 very dear to me. When we die, we leave this body, we go, Bhagwan should be there, coming with his, open hands to embrace us. If we develop these qualities. Whether in this life we see or not is not the question now. Have we developed these qualities? One day we have to go. But if we have developed these qualities, if we go, we know where we are going to go now. Now we are not clueless where we are going to go, what's going to happen. We know we are going to go to Krishna's lok. 100%. Because we are walking on Krishna's path. We are following Krishna's words. We are going to go to Krishna's lok. And Krishna should be standing there with open arms to hug us, to give us the embrace, and to say these words again. You are very dear to me. All right. So with this, we will end up this chapter 12. Tomorrow we will start chapter 13. Tomorrow is a little technical chapter, but this is the essence of Bhakti Yoga. Shloka number 13 to 20. Try to develop those qualities. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 12th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of devotional service. I will see your comments and then we'll end it up. Radhe Radhe. Priya writes, Ma pranam. So whatever exercise, dieting, working, studying, etc., all can be surrendered to Krishna. Yes. Is it okay to see movies, listen to music other than bhakti songs sometimes? Yes. You have heard me so many times. Today also I used the filmy song, Bollywood song. I do not see anything separate from God. We have to just change our consciousness. Same Bollywood song. If a guy sends to a girl, it will create a different mood. Same Bollywood song, I surrender it to God. It creates such a beautiful mood. So yeah, see everything, enjoy everything. Bhagwan in chapter 6 has told us to live a balanced life. Ati means extreme. Don't go extreme in this world. You live a balanced life. You should have some recreation also. Yukta ahar viharasya. Bhagwan says your ahar. Ahar means whatever you're taking from your eyes, from your mouth, from your ears. Everything has to be yukta. Yukta means about God, but at the same time, viharasya. You should also have some recreation in life. So we go out in the world, keep a timer, don't get too lost. When I am in the world, I keep a timer. Okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. And then, in my head, when the 3 hour is done, I'm like, okay, back to God, back to God, back to God. So I balance myself. I also enjoy everything because we are living in a world. We are not sadhus. We are not sannyasis. To experience that sannyasi life, we have to leave everything and go and live like sannyasi. I live like that also when I have to live. But when you're in the world, live according to the world and balance. So it is not a papam. Bhagwan is not going to say, oh, you saw movie, pap, she cannot enter. No. Bhagwan is not going to say that. So see some music, listen to some music. Music uplifts your soul. Enjoy, dance. To have a little fun in material world? Yes, with God. Or should I abstain from enjoying and do it for happiness of Krishna? See Krishna in all enjoyment. So beautiful to hear Mad Bhakta Same Priya. Ma, in present times we can worship Lord Krishna, but we cannot emulate him. We can never emulate him. He picked up the Govardhan. You are going to pick up the Govardhan. He killed Kamsa. Can you? We can only walk on we can only practice the instructions that he has said. And we can. Do not say this world or that world. Bhagwan has given a practical knowledge which is applicable in all times. He knows. So we have to just, as I told you, we have to leave some of our conditioning, throw it off and purify ourselves and connect with God. That's all we have to do. So it is practical to follow his path, but we cannot be him. Ma, thanks a lot for giving your life examples too. It is easier to connect and understand how to follow Bhagavad Gita in real life. Thanks a lot, Ma. Ma, worshipping Krishna who descended on earth in various forms like Panduranga, Jagannath, Balaji, Venkatesha, Ranganatha, Badrinatha, etc. means also worshipping Krishna only? Yes. Chanting their Sotra mantra means it goes to Krishna only? Yes. Bhagwan has already answered this in chapter number 7th and 8th. Or should one go to chant Krishna mantras to go to Krishna? It all goes to Krishna. Again, Bhagwan said, those are indirect methods. When you directly chant his name, directly you are approaching. But you can chant all of them. It is going to Krishna. Which mantra goes to go back to Goloka in this life itself, Ma? Krishna mantra. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Radhe Sham, Jai Sita Ram. Radhe Sham, Jai Sita Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Okay, so all these mantras, any mantras, these are all filled with Bhagwan's qualities. They will take you back to Goloka. I feel urgency in chanting this mantra to follow Krishna. I want to go back to him. Kindly show me a way. This 13th to 20th is the way, and his name is Krishna. Remember him in his two-handed form. Keep chanting his name. Keep calling him. He is your best friend. He will take you to Goloka. All right? Okay. If someone is doing this Tivra Ugra Deva Sadhana for our Nash, and we hold his feet, he will save us and our loved ones from everything, everyone. 100%. 100%. Didn't he save Prahlad? What form did Bhagwan take to save Prahlad? The lion form. How this same Krishna was beautiful, soft hands, holding the flute and playing. This soft hand transforms into the lion's hand with such nails. Right? So he came. He protected his devotees. Read the Srimad Bhagavatam. He has protected all his devotees. He is the supreme protector. So don't worry. No Devi Devata can disturb you or put you into trouble or your family into trouble. Bhagwan takes care. Bhagwan has given this promise in Bhagavad Gita in every chapter. The person, now today only, in this chapter itself, he said, no, I told you, I stopped at that point. I'll again pick. He said this Shloka. Yeah. Wait. What was the word? Where was the word? I wanted to show you. Such a disciple, such a person, once again, who... Oh, got it. Yeah, 15. Yasmano dvijate loko, lokano dvijate chaya, harsha, marsh, bhayo, dvegair, muktoho, harsh, amarsh, bhaya. Free from fear and anxiety. So, when we are praying to him, we don't have to fear. We don't have to be anxious about anything. He will take care of everything. Got it? So, he wrote it here. One who is free from fear and anxiety is very dear to me. All right. So, or should we do Ugra Devata Sadhana for hours and hours? You can't do anything, let me tell you. What can you do? You can't do anything. Only Krishna can do. Trust that process. Ma, so beautiful answers, Ma. Thanks a lot, Ma. Blessed by Krishna to listen from you about Krishna. It's like Amrit. All right. So, we'll end up the class here, and then tomorrow we will start with chapter 13. May all your days and nights be Krishnamaya, Lalitamaya, Jai Ma. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Ma.
You're welcome.